Hey guys, I'm Lee from Lee Likes Music, a place where we can share, explore, and rate music from Bandcamp. Today we're going to talk about a band called Talk to Plants. They've just released a self-titled debut album which combines many different genres such as prog rock, alternative rock, and psychedelia. Anyways, this band comes from Williamsburg, New York. And on this album that they've just released, they have this very versatile, beautiful, and epic sound. There's so much that you can find in this album, so by just listening to a few of the songs on the album, you really don't get the full picture. You have to listen from first to the last song, and that is what I've done, and I've done it over and over and over. And this review is the result of what I've experienced of this album, okay? So Talk to Plants consists of 9 tracks and takes in on a total of around 33 minutes. The first song is called Every Day's a Dream, and it's theatrical. That is the best way I can describe it, because it has these highs and lows. There's very much emotion put into the song, especially through the vocals. And yeah, there's just highs and lows, and there's a lot of different instruments that are being used here, and that is why I think it's so theatrical. These beautifully exaggerated vocals are mixed together with harmonies that are played on the guitar. At certain points in the song, it almost sounds a bit lullaby-ish. It sounds like you can almost dream away by listening to the song. And this dreamscape, this lullaby, is slowly but surely building up to a climax. And yeah, it's just very epic, very heartfelt, I feel. So this first song, I'll give it an 8 out of 10. The second song, You, is nostalgic. That is the best word I can put on this one. It really reminds me a lot of Pigs on the Wing, Part 1 by Pink Floyd. By Pink Floyd. So if you haven't heard about that one, if you haven't heard that song, put those songs on and try to compare the introductions, the intros of both of the songs. I really found a big comparison there. Both are very calm, and vocally they're also very similar, I think. You has this blend of psychedelia and folk rock. It is a very calm track, but at the same time the vocals provoke so much feelings inside you. It's very magical. So yeah, I'm gonna give this song an 8 out of 10. Chickadees, it's an interesting song. There's a nice melody and drive to the song, but I think what I found to be a bit problematic about the song is that it's kind of lengthy, or at least it feels lengthy. Some of the passages here are also a bit odd. If you listen to the last chorus, for example, it almost sounds like the song is about to end, and it would be a perfect ending, but it continues, and it's so weird, I feel. I don't know. I didn't really like this song that much, so I'm gonna give it a 6 out of 10. Track number 4 is called Crunch This, or Big Fish, and if I'm gonna explain this song with one word, if I'm gonna describe it, I would say that it is a very playful song. The break at 2:15 into the song, wow, that was amazing. And the vocal duet that is also coming later on in the song is just, I don't know, I don't have words for it. It's really heartfelt, it feels so raw, and yeah, this is just an amazing song. I have to give it a 7 out of 10. The 5th track is called Help, and it's epic. That is the best way I can describe this one. This track really marks the spot in the album where all of the tracks that are kind of following this one are leaning more towards progressive rock. They have a higher degree of versatility, and they're also more psychedelic. If you're listening to the intro of the song where they're singing, "I need help," it really reminds me a lot of some Pink Floyd stuff. It has this big resemblance to Pink Floyd, really. This is also an extremely playful and just very innovative track, so I'm gonna give this one an 8 out of 10. Track number 6 is called Two Seas, and it's super cohesive. And the reason why it's so cohesive is because it just fits perfectly together with the previous song, Help. It's like one song melded together, but at the same time it's 2 different songs. It is like the sonic atmosphere is just dragged into the other song, and then it just continues to progress there on, and it really feels like one of these songs that would fit perfectly into like a progressive album, because it just has this continuity that you just, I don't know, it's just so good. It is kind of whimsical, but it's very inspiring to listen to, I have to say. Near the middle of the song, there's this punk rock-ish sound coming from the whole band with these weird vocals just going amok. And then at the end of the song, it all kind of turns into something more prog, I would say, math, because the time signature there is kind of weird. But that is cool. It's cool that it's weird. I'm gonna give 2 C's and 8 out of 10. The 7th track is called Ajiba, and I don't have one word to describe it, that's the problem. But if I had a sentence to describe it, I would say that this is a reflection of your inner landscape. Whoa, yeah. It's deep, because that is exactly what it felt like. It felt like I really connected with the thoughts and the feelings that the artist put into the song. It felt like a perfect reflection of the different band members' mind as they were playing their instruments. It was like the song is like a map of exactly what they felt and were thinking in that moment. And yes, I know that this sounds weird, but that is what it felt like. It is just a genius track. This one, I'll give it a 9 out of 10. Starcase is the 9th track, and this is a lovely track. It's lovely. That is the best word to describe this one. And it continues and perpetuates the same melody that was going on in the previous track. And this is what I was talking about. These songs are leaning more towards progressive rock, because many of the songs are kind of melded in together. It almost sounds like these 4 tracks, track number 8, 7, 6, and 5, it almost sounds like they are a coalition of this bigger plan or project. It's very lovely. I get goosebumps. I'm gonna give this one a 9 out of 10. The 9th track, the final track, is called Religion, and I have to say that this is a whimsical track. The reason why I feel like it's whimsical is because of how it's placed in general, because it's kind of weirdly placed on this album. After all of these psychedelic and progressive rock songs, which are also very experimental, you get this song, which is called Religion, as we're talking about now, that is very straightforward. It is not as progressive. It is more leaning towards hard rock and alternative rock, I would say. It's very direct, but at the same time, I don't feel like this song is that cohesive. If I had the opportunity to skip this song, I would just do it. There's also something weird about the mixing on this song, because on some of the choruses or on some of the passages, it just sounds like the volume is turned down a lot, a bit too much. So the balancing of the volume and just the, I don't know, the mixing maybe is off. I'm not completely sure how to explain it, but there's just something off about the way that this song was put together. So yeah, it was not that cohesive, and it really didn't fit that well into being the last song, I feel. I feel like if they just put another psychedelic influenced, progressive rock influenced song at the end as well, this would just end in a much more epic and cohesive way. So yeah, I'm gonna give Religion a 6 out of 10. So yeah, altogether, I'm gonna give Talk to Plants what am I gonna give it? I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10. I was leaning towards 6 out of 10. No, not 6, but 7. But there's a lot of good material here, guys. So it's an 8 out of 10, okay? Alright, so that's it. Thank you so much for watching. There's links to the album, to the artist, Talk to Plants, in the description below. And yeah, let me know what you guys think about this album. If you've just started listening to them, if you've listened to them before, let me know what you think. What would you rate them? Do you like them? Do you hate them? Let me know in the comments below, okay? Also, if you love to share, explore, and rate new music from Bandcamp, then I highly suggest you also subscribe to my YouTube channel, because that is what I'm all about, okay? So make sure to click that red subscribe button below if that resonates with you. Thank you so much for watching again. I hope to see you later. Stay tuned. Bye. Talk to Plants, if you see this, guys, then this is a salute to you. Because this is a great album, this is a great effort. Thank you so much for just taking the time to create this shit, bros.